Hi guys, this is just a wee video on an exercise we're going to be doing this week called Zercher squats. So a Zercher squat is a variation of a squat pattern, like up and down. And the reason I like this exercise is, well, maybe threefold, but twofold for the sake of the video. One, the weight, you're going to be holding the weight in front of you. Okay, so what that means is that because it's in front of you, it's going to interiorly load your core, so you're going to feel this a lot more in your core than a regular squat movement because there's a weight right in front of you. So it forces the muscles in your abdominal area and your whole core region to work harder in order to maintain a nice neutral spine position throughout the movement. So it's really good for your core. The second, and this is a sort of part one and two of why it's good, is that it also helps create awareness of that whole concept of creating nice core tension and activating everything through the movement, which will have a knock-on effect on like other exercises like deadlifts, kettlebell swings, rows, pretty much every exercise, planks even. So this should always you'll feel a sort of similar feeling and tension that you would when you're doing like a plank, for example. But at the same time, you're also working your legs through a deeper range of motion than you would do in a normal squat. And that is the other reason why I like this exercise, because the weight's in front of you. You're able to go lower into a squat than you normally would if it was on your back, because one of the restricting factors as you go lower, you feel if you keep going low you might fall back the way, but the weight in front of you offsets that a wee bit, almost like it acts like an anchor, so you can go a bit lower. And what the benefit of that is that if you're going lower, it means you're working the muscles in a deeper range, so you're working them through a range you're probably not used to. So you're also working the muscles, so therefore you're also working the joint angles. So if you're going deeper into a movement, you're working your ankle mobility, for example, especially in a squat pattern. So you'll be restricted by how deep you can go based on your ankle mobility. So at the same time, you're also trying to improve that. And so sometimes people sort of differentiate and think that for strength training and then the stretching, you need to do one and the other. But a lot of the time, if you're working strength through a bigger range, you're actually ticking a few boxes at once. You're killing two birds with one stone. You're improving your mobility, which is what your active range mobility, as well as your strength. Okay, so what you'll do is you'll put your elbow crease in where the pad is. If you want, you can clasp your hands across to help create a brace. From there, you just lift it off, okay, like that. Step back a wee bit from the rack, and then from there, you're just going to attempt to squat down. Okay, so I like to maybe, you can draw like a fist palm like this, a hand with a fist. You'll notice, just holding this weight here, you should feel huge tension in your core. This is why it's so good. Okay, so you're really concentrating on holding this position. You feel the core muscles really working hard, and then from there, you're just going to try and go down, pause at the bottom, and then come back up. I've had a bit of a knee injury, which is, I'm now not allowed to start working it again, but I just need to be careful, which is why I'm not going to go right to the bottom there, because I just feel it's not used to that range, it's not been there in a wee while. But that is essentially the movement. So you're going to be holding it here, then you're squatting right down, and then right back up. Okay, you aim for 8 reps. Excellent exercise. Start off with the bar itself, just to get a feel for it, and then we'll start pushing you on, depending on how comfortable you are with it. Okay, cheers.